Hello.
You asked if you could use it on my land.
Is this the public footpath?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a public footpath.
Have you got a CAA license?
I don't have to have a CA license. I am a hobbyist.
Yeah. And now you have public liability insurance.
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
Sure. There you go. The bit about flying is at the bottom. You've got people jumping the fence over here.
Where? The gypsy kids. Across the way, Okay. Daniel, I don't allow people to fly drones on here.
That's fine. I absolutely understand that. The difference being is that
There's a public footpath, so if you want to keep it in the airspace over the footpath,
yeah,
which is on this line.
no. CAA allows flying on over any land. It doesn't matter whether it's public.
Do you need permission to land on it?
No, you don't. That's the law. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely disrespectful for you to come into land here that I look after and maintain and fly over without even consulting me.
To be honest, I didn't know. I'm here for the first time, so I didn't even know who the owner is.
Well, why didn't you find out? We have a website. I presume you found out where we were through the website.
I drove past. I drove past, literally.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want you flying drones on here when there's other people here.
Oh, when there's people, I'm not flying next to people. That's the reason I landed when I saw you coming over. Because obviously I can't fly 50 meters close to persons. So obviously that's the law. But I can guarantee you, and we can check. You can check that you can fly basically anywhere. The difference is where you take off and land. So I can't. If I was standing in your land,
But the plane did land in there.
oh, because you came over and I saw you coming over to see me, so that's the reason I landed sort of quickly, because I would have landed next to myself otherwise. What I'm basically I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm trying to sort of talk with you.
I'm trying to talk to you too, but it starts off with a conversation before you start flying.
To be honest, if I knew, I definitely would have approached you. I would definitely say, hi, I'm going to be flying, just to let you know. and that will be the obvious choice. That's not what I always do. But because I'm here for the first time, I see plenty of people. Any one of them could be the owner, or none of them could be the owner, if you know what I'm saying. So it's difficult for me to know that I'm supposed to talk to you. Which I'm sorry if that offended you in any way. I
do find it irritating because I work here all the time.
Yeah.
And I have very strict rules about allowing people to bring drones onto my land. And I don't think it's right. Whether you're saying legally it's okay or not is different to actually whether it's right or wrong.
So basically the CAA governs all the airspace the second you take off your foot off the ground, and that's the law. And that's the reason you can fly over any other property. If you're hobbyist, you have to keep away 50 meters away from people and buildings. And that's the only limitation.
Well, I'd like it to stop flying over here.
But why?
Because I don't think it's right. That if I don't want you flying over my land, and work that I create to make something beautiful.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it's stunning.
Which I work all year long to do it.
Oh, you're more than welcome to see the footage from it and get
Daniel,
the footage
I'm not a difficult person either. I'm not a difficult person. But I just after the event, when I see somebody doing something who hasn't spoken to me about it, or hasn't written an email, or come into contact, we could have talked about it before, and I could have said, okay, under these circumstances, we can do something. But that's not the right way to approach it.
I mean, you have to take my word for the fact that normally, if I knew that this is, privately owned and whatever, I would have approached you straight away.
But did you think it was publicly owned?
I don't know. I just drove by.
No, but you're flying. If you have drones, it can't be the first time you're having a conversation like this.
If I'm going specifically for somewhere that, like for example, we were flying this, like there was a piece of land next to the pub, and obviously the pub owned that, and we've agreed with the pub owner that he was fine for us to take off and land and play around with his land, which is absolutely fine. As I say, the difference being, if I'm standing on public land, I can fly anywhere.
Public land, all I have to do for public land is allow enough space for two people to pass each other.
Yeah.
I create a wider space because I like to have it so I can drive through it and service the land.
Yeah.
So there's a misinterpretation on what actually is public. The land is public. The entitlement, this land is private. There's an entitlement to walk through. The legal entitlement is for you to go from here to here without lingering.
So basically, let me tell you this: I could stand behind the fence and I could fly from over there.
You could.
I could.
You could indeed, yeah. And if I had a shotgun, I could shoot it down.
You would go into prisons for doing that because it's illegal discharge of weapon. And number one, number two, it's damage of property. We've been through that. Okay. We've been through that. People have been threatening us and things like. To be honest, there's a big misconception about drones. Like, none of us, no one wants to damage anyone or anybody's property.
And I wouldn't shoot it down anyway.
This is completely.
And I wouldn't shoot it down anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I just find it incredibly frustrating that we have people who are taking advantage of the fact that I leave this public footpath in a good condition for people to come in, and then people are taking it to an extreme, which is going to end up with me having to put a fucking fence through here. Because of the way, because people because of what you're doing.
Through.
No, they paid for it.
Okay, how much is it?
It's £100 to come in here after hours. It's £1 to come in here during the day, but you can't fly a drone here during the day. 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it's £1.
Yeah.
Okay. Afterwards, if you want to come in and do something specific for your family and take some photo shoots, which is why I have to go and stop them.
Yeah.
Then, this is why I get upset.
Oh yeah, I understand that. But as I say, within the law and the legal requirements, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Look, there's no more than the law. There's more than the law. There's respect for other people.
Oh yes, I'm not. This is why I'm not trying to say, oh, bugger off. I'm talking to you nicely, and I'm trying to discuss this. I'm not trying to be a problem. I'm staying away from people. I'm not trying to damage anything. I'm just.
I know, but you're pursuing your interest. You're not involved in everything else. You are, in all honesty. You've been interested in flying a drone.
Yeah.
So for you, that's the priority.
Well,
it is. It takes precedence.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby. It makes fun.